Okay, let's start with a you do. So I'm going to have you do this one. Follow the steps. Here it is. Write it down. Pause the video. And let's see if you get the same thing I get. Go ahead, pause. Pause it. Do it. Do the work. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to go faster. I'm going to go pretty quick now. I'm looking for C. It needs to be of the form x minus C, so I know that my C is 3. So I have my 3. I'm going to put it in my box. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm looking at this, and I'm going to make sure, remember, oh, here's your big eyeballs. Remember to check. Make sure all terms are there. Check and make sure all terms are there. Don't forget to do that. I forget to do it all the time. So don't you forget to do it. You guys can make sure you don't do it. So I have cubed, squared, first power, and to the 0 power. Of course, we don't show that one. We show it as 1. So yeah, they're all there. Great. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is put in my numbers. 2, 1, negative 24, negative 10. I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to bring down my first term. It's 2. Now I'm going to try to back off of actually showing you the multiplication here. The only time you need to really do that is if you're dealing with fractions, which you're going to have to deal with. Anyway, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 goes here. 1 plus 6 is 7. See how quick it is? 7 times 3 is 21. I'm going to put it here. And don't forget that you're adding. We're adding here. Okay, so negative 24 plus 21 is negative 3. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. And my remainder is negative 19. And remember that that's your remainder, that last one. That comes in where that constant is, where it doesn't have that to the 0 term. Okay, so there's my remainder. I'm ready to go ahead and finish this up. I have my 2. I have t cubed, so I'm going to go t squared. It doesn't always happen this way. Sometimes it's to the 4th, 5th. It just depends. So I'm going to go 2t squared plus 7t minus 3. And I'm going to go ahead, when I have a negative there, I should just do it this way. The book kind of, sometimes it does it one way, sometimes it does it the other, but you can just go plus negative 19. Just put it right over there. That means we know we have it right if it looks like that. So there's my answer. I'm actually finished just like that. All right, how did you do? Did you do well? I hope so. Okay, so that was your you do. Let's look at one that has a missing term. And we'll just do a real quick one with a missing term and make sure you've got it. Okay, one with the missing term. So here's one, that was a you do. This one is a missing term. And I'll just point it out right as we go. So missing term. So we have 2y cubed minus 9y plus 3. That's a y. Sorry, I didn't make it the same. And it's all over y plus 2. So the first thing you want to do is check, do you have all the terms? So I have y cubed. Oh, I don't have y squared. Okay, well, I need to put it in. So I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite it. I'm going to rewrite it right over here. I would have 2y cubed plus 0y squared minus 9y plus 3. And that's all over y plus 2. And now I'm ready to go ahead and do my work. So I'm going to find my c. My c is in that form x minus c. Okay, so that means that what I have here then would be a negative 2. I'm going to go ahead and write my numbers. So I have a 2, a 0, negative 9, and 3. Draw my line underneath. Bring down my first term. It's a 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. I'm going to add. That would give me a negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 2 is 8. I'm going to add. Remember, you're adding. Let's see. Let's put in that big plus sign. That gives me negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 2 is a positive 2. I'm going to add. That gives me a 5. I know that that last piece is my remainder. That's my remainder piece. So I'm ready to go ahead and write my problem. So I'm going to look up here. I had y, it was y cubed, so I'm going to go back 1 to y squared. So I have, my answer is 2y squared minus 4y minus 1 plus 5, all over that original divisor, which is y plus 2. And guess what? I am finished. So if you have a missing term, that's what it's going to look like. Okay. Now, your favorite, fractions. Let's do one with fractions, just to prove to you that it can be done. And they're not bad, so don't shy away from them. Just try it. It's going to work out. It'll be okay. Okay, fractions, radicals, it all works out. Okay, here we go. One with fractions. So, here's our notes. And I'm going to erase these steps because guess what? I think you know how to do them now. I think I'm just going to erase all of that. I'm going to replace my line, and these are fractions. So in your notes, fractions, and yeah, yikes, I know you guys don't like fractions. Yeah, fractions. We are afraid of fractions. Okay, and write yourself a note. You can do it. Yes, you can. You can do it. Fractions. Okay, they're not that bad. Here we go. Here's your problem. Eight x cubed plus 2x squared minus 49 all over x minus 7/4. Yikes, it's a fraction. Okay, first thing you need to do is, well, first thing I would do is look, you know, are all terms there? Okay, so make sure you ask yourself that question, and if you look, you'll realize that no, they're not all there. Okay, they're not all there. So you need to have those 0 placeholders. So what you're going to have to do then is rewrite this guy. I'm going to rewrite it over here so I have some room. So 8x cubed plus 2x squared plus 0x minus 49, right? And that's all over x minus 7/4. Okay. I've got to find c. So I'm looking for c. C is going to be, it's in that form, x minus c, so it's going to be 7/4. Now don't be afraid. It's okay. It's all going to work out. Yes, you're going to have to use your fraction multiplication skills, but you guys are skilled, so you should be fine. Okay. Next thing, I'm going to grab all these numbers. I have an 8, I have a 2, I have a 0, and I have a 49. Ooh, negative 49. Remember to take the sign. Same rules, there's nothing different. It's only a little scary because of the fraction. Bring down your first term, it's 8. Okay, and then, here, let's write it up here just in case you are afraid of your fractions. So I have 7/4 times 8. 4 goes into 8 twice. 7 times 2 is 14. Oh, look, I'm going to add down, I get 16. I'm just multiplying fractions. I reduce and multiply. Reduce and multiply. That's all you have to do. 16. So now I have 7/4 times 16. Oh, 4 goes into 16 4 times. 7 times 4 is 28. I'm going to add down, that's 28. Okay, I'm ready to take the next one. So I have 7/4 times 28. Oh, 4 goes into 28 7 times. 7 times 7 is 49. I have negative 49 plus 49. Oh, I get 0. Told you, works out nice. I told you. Okay, there it is. It worked out for me. I'm very happy about that. I'm going to look back up here. I have x cubed, so I'm going to use x squared in my answer. That's going to be my first one. So I have 8x squared plus 16x plus 28. And that, my friends, is my answer. So fractions are done the same way. Don't let it scare you. It does work out. So do radicals. You'll probably see some of those in your work. But it works. It's okay. Don't be afraid. Okay. Now, I'm going to erase you're continuing on with those notes because I'm going to use this. I'm going to keep using this guy. So I'm just going to show you. So you're continuing on. I'm going to erase because I want to show you one more thing. And then this is it. You're almost finished. Here's another one. It's going to look really similar to what you've already done on purpose. Okay, here it is. 8x cubed plus 2x squared minus 49. Huh, looks familiar, doesn't it? 4x minus 7. Okay, now the bottom doesn't look as familiar yet, but I'm going to make it look really familiar to that last problem. In fact, I'm going to turn this problem into that problem. Okay. When you have a coefficient here with your x term, it's not in that form x minus c. I need it to be in the form x minus c. So I'm going to do something a little crazy here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to work with that top piece, let's pretend I haven't done this one already. And I'm going to realize, oh, I need to put in that 0x. On the bottom, though, what I'm going to do, I need that form x minus c that I have 4x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a 4. I'm going to factor out a 4. I'm going to go through and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm pulling out a 4. I'm going to pull out that 4, and here it is. I factored it out, and what I end up with is x minus 7/4. Oh, now it's looking familiar, right? Does it look like the last problem? Yeah, except for the 4 on the bottom, right? The 4 on the bottom doesn't look quite so familiar. Tell me this, if I were to take all of this and multiply by, put a 1 here, I haven't changed anything, right? I haven't changed anything. I just want 1 times, that. It's just going to give me that, right? I haven't changed anything, but look at this. Could I rewrite this thing and say 1/4 times this Is that the same thing? I'm here to tell you, yes, it is. In fact, when you have a number in front of that x term, that's exactly what you're going to do. Now, you see in red that it's 1/4. 1/4 times all that. Let's bring in what we had before. So what we had the last time, the answer that we had the last time was this. It was, I have to look, it was 8x squared plus 16x plus 28. That's what the answer was the last time when we did it with fractions. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to multiply that guy by my 1/4, and I should have it. Okay, so I'm going to multiply through. I'm going to distributed property, remember? So you're going to go through each one. It's the distributed property. So 1/4 times 8. 1/4 times 8, x squared, plus 1/4 times 16x, plus 1/4 times 28. 4 goes into 8 twice, that gives me 2x squared. 4 goes into 16 4 times, that gives me 4x. And 4 goes into 28 7 times, so that gives me plus 7. So this is actually my answer to this, okay, to this problem right here. This is the answer. I had to multiply through by 1/4. Take that guy and divide through. Those are your steps.